Welcome back. Hey, you guys ever have it where you're getting ready to do a barbecue and, you go to the store, you find your beautiful meats, you maybe give them a little slappy, maybe say a few dirty things to them, and then you bring them home and get them out of the bag and marvel and maybe even take 1 or 20 pictures and brag to your friends about what you're going to do. Then you open up that refrigerator and you go, oh crap, I don't have any space for this. Well, what are we going to do? Well, that just actually happened to us, and the wife actually challenged me to figure out kind of a creative, fun way to use some of the leftovers. Come take a look at what we got. All right, so what we have here is a little bit of ground beef from a taco mix that we made the other day. I had the majority of a rotisserie chicken left, some leftover broccoli from that night, a little bit of pizza, a little bit of marinara that I made for pizza a couple weeks ago that was sitting in the freezer. And, just some other assorted things. I like to make most of my cheese. I tend to shred it up kind of fresh because, it just works out a little bit better. It has a better mouthfeel to me. I just like it. It's a little less processed. So we're going to do something kind of fun with these. Follow along. All right, guys. So we are going to use these. Trying to hide the trademark the best I can, but I think you guys get the idea. So when you take one of these, press it out on top of this muffin tin, you make these nice little cups. So in this case, we're actually going to use this muffin tin pretty much upside down. Because when they fluff up, they'll fluff up from the outside, but they'll still maintain the shape of this as a vessel. So as far as your baking direction on these, just follow the actual baking direction that's on the container itself. However, that part where it says don't spray, we're going to go right ahead and ignore that part. Just put on a little bit. If you put on too much, it's okay. You can dab it. I'll probably use a paper towel and spread it out just a little bit. And get my stove preheated, and we will be right back. All right. After about 45 minutes of work, we figured it out. When I say 45 minutes, I mean 45 seconds. All right. So we're going to take our individual dough puck, we'll call it. We're going to give it a little bit of a massage. I didn't leave these out at room temperature for a while. I wanted to see if it was going to put up a fight. And remember, if you use 2 of these trays, that's 12. So you're going to have some leftover biscuit mix. So I tell you what, you poke a hole in one by accident, do not freak out. It's not a problem. So we're just going to put this on like we're putting on a swimmer's cap or something, I guess. I don't know. Use your own mind for that. We're just going to keep easing it over. Don't force it because you definitely tear it. As these warm up while I'm working with these, they get to moving a little bit easier. And even as they sit, they're going to stretch a little bit more. So I think each one of these packs come with, I believe, 8. So I'll probably have 4 left. And maybe what I do in between is maybe refrigerate those if I don't destroy any of these. And when the first set's done, if I want to make an extra, I can. Sky's the limits with that one. It's really up to you. Be adventurous with your biscuits. All right. So now that we got that one figured out, we're going to take 5 for a minute. I'm going to try to figure out the rest. And then as soon as I'm done, I'm going to put these in a 350-degree stove for, I think, somewhere between 9 and 12 minutes. These are not going to behave and bake like they normally would. So keep an eye on them. Keep checking them. And if you're thinking they're probably done, there's a good chance you're right. So at about that point, that's when we're going to pull them off, let them cool, and then we're going to go ahead and mix our ingredients in and then slap back in the stove again. Be it right back. And with the miracle of time, look at these. They might look like buns, but they're not. They're cups. They come right out nice and easy. I'm going to let these cool down a tiny bit. And I'm going to go right ahead and stuff them up to the brim. Only one of them gave up and quit on me and had a hole in it. Just keep that in mind if you're doing like a stew. Let's say you're using these as like a clam chowder bowl. You might want to thicken it up a little bit. Or, like I said, use the spares to patch. But I didn't see the holes in advance. So kind of is what it is. Let's get to stuffing these. Alright guys, so here we have it. We got our 3 little bowls. I'm thinking since I had the chicken, a mountain of pepperoni, and my ground beef, my taco. I think I'm just going to go ahead and just roll with that. We're going to do a couple of these taco base, so a little bit of ground beef. Stir that up a little bit. Get that moistened. Remember, guys, you don't have to fill these right to the lid, but, you know, if you want to put a little bit of mixed veg in and whatever else, that's fine. My kids kind of like to put that sort of stuff actually on the top, so they like to save that for last. So this one's just simply just a little bit of meat and cheese. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy, right? My other one, we want pizza. So I've got a nice sauce. I've already thickened up, but you know, I'm going to put a little bit of cheese on the bottom just to help kind of create a bit of a dam. And remember, you're not going to probably want to cook these too long either, because I kind of feel like they're going to get moist and they'll start falling apart. So if you feel like it, kick that broiler on last minute briefly just to help melt that cheese. These are like little mini deep dish pizzas, you know what I mean? Nice homemade sauce. We'll get into making one of those one of these days with you. All right, we doing pepperoni on top of the cheese or cheese on top of the pepperoni? I think we're going to go with pepperoni on top of the cheese. Nice little hors d'oeuvres. I could see under a lot of different applications for this. You could probably make some of these in advance. Maybe set whatever filling you want aside. Let's say you're going to a football party and you're looking for a real neat hors d'oeuvre. I think that'd work out wonderfully. You know what? All right, so now we're going to do a chicken Alfredo one. Got a little leftover broccoli. Again, I think with any of the ones that I've worried about being a little bit moist, we're going to start off with a little cheese on the bottom first, create kind of a dam. Prevent all that moisture from getting into there. And a couple scoops of that rotisserie chicken. Major. Mind you, since these are all bread, more or less, they're extremely filling. Get a little bit of that leftover broccoli action up and in here. Got a little bit of Alfredo sauce. Yes, I was lazy. I did not make it from scratch. But hey, you know what? That's a more common thing in everybody's cabinet now, isn't it? One of these days we'll go through making our own simple sauces. Maybe I'll do a whole clip just on that. I'm going to name these cups Must Go cups because it was all these things in my refrigerator that must go. So, let's get this topped off with a little pecorino. A lot of pecorino? Whatever. Be adventurous with the cheese. All right. So I'm going to get these back in the stove after I get them all filled up. And we'll bake them. We'll bring you right back when we're done. All right? All right, guys. And with the miracle of time, we have our chicken Alfredo bowl. We have our taco bowl. Looking forward to that one. And we have our little baby deep dish bowl. We'll get a little cut in each one of these so you can see how they all look. Hopefully I don't just go crushing these. Oh, nice. Nice and crispy. Where am I putting you? We'll put you there. Don't want to cut the camera, man. Look at that. Ooh, juicy. Juicy and crunchy. Ooh, I can get behind that. Let's see what this pizza one come out like. Well, that one's going to be a hot mess. But you know what? It's pizza. It's supposed to be. And remember, you don't have to just do just the pepperoni and cheese and sauce, guys. You know, you want to do a white pizza. You want to put some brisket in it. You know, a little shredded pork. All kinds of options. And at the end of the day, that's what I love about cooking. The options. Especially if you're not just a traditionalist and you want to think outside the box and, you know, do a little this, a little that. I mean, heck, you put a little cilantro on this guy. You know, maybe a little hot sauce. Maybe just a drizzle if the bottle will actually cooperate. Oh, yeah. And what's a taco without a little sour cream? I don't have a container. I just have this big, horrible, bulky squirt bottle. Oh, yeah. That's a bite I can get behind. That is definitely a bite I can get behind. Well, you know what? I wasn't going to do it, but I'm doing it. I got to get behind this. Uh-huh. Look at the bottom of that. I need to try this with Sloppy Joe's chili bowls. Like I said, guys, sky's the limits, you know. It's super easy to get creative. You just got to think into it a little bit. And, you know, per usual, I'm happy you came back to Dyslexic Dad's Cooking. You know, we're just going to keep coming up with random ideas like this. If you tune in this Sunday, I'm going to be starting the next step in the multi-meat series. I'm telling you right now, we're going to be playing with pork. I'll catch you guys again here real soon. Thanks for coming. Click the subscribe button and share if you could. Let's grow it. We're starting to build some numbers now. Let's make those numbers huge. And maybe a little ways down the road, we'll start doing some live feed action. Okay, guys? You guys take it easy. Thank you.